Hello everyone, my name is Loo Wei Guan and I am a student of the Bachelor of Business Analytics program. Today, I will present my findings on the current trends, challenges, and strategic responses in recruitment, selection, and retention. This is specifically focusing on how AI and generative AI are transforming these processes to ensure human sustainability. Let's begin with the current trends. Based on 9 Scopus Index articles, the most dominant trend is the widespread adoption of AI and generative AI in HRM. These technologies are being used to streamline candidate sourcing, automate initial screening, personalize onboarding, and even enhance employee engagement through AI-driven feedback systems. Secondly, we see a shift in work methodologies due to remote and hybrid work environments. These changes demand more agile and data-driven recruitment and retention strategies. Demographically, Gen Z and millennials now dominate the workforce. They expect flexible work, personalized development, and a meaningful employee experience. However, these transformations are not without challenges. A key challenge is the increasing difficulty in retaining top talent. Despite technology, many companies still suffer high turnover rates. Common issues include lack of personalization in training, poor predictive analytics, and weak integration between HR and business strategy. There are also growing concerns about bias, ethics, and data privacy in AI tools. Now let's move to the next slide. It is about findings and root cause analysis. Let's look deeper at the findings and identify the root causes of the main problem, low employee retention. The central issue is that organizations are adopting AI tools without aligning them with employee expectations or organizational strategy. Many SMEs, in particular, face resource limitations, digital skill gaps, and outdated HR infrastructures. Even in larger firms, there's a tendency to implement one-size-fits-all solutions. This ignores the demand. This ignores the demand for personalized career paths and learning experiences. Now, I have used a fishbone diagram and categorize the root causes into 6 areas, which are technology, training, leadership, employee engagement, culture, and ethics. Under technology, for instance, many organizations fail to use predictive analytics to anticipate resignations. Under training, HR professionals often lack digital literacy, making it difficult to effectively implement these tools. Leadership and culture also play a role. HR is still not consistently integrated into strategic planning, and resistance to change prevents meaningful transformation. Finally, from an ethical standpoint, poor data governance and algorithmic bias discourage trust among employees. Now let's move on to next slide. This is about stakeholder impact. This problem affects multiple stakeholders. For potential employees, a lack of personalization and transparency leads to disconnection and early resignation. For HR teams, the absence of strategic alignment and digital skills results in poor hiring outcomes and increased manual workload. For the broader organizations, high turnover leads to knowledge loss, reduced productivity, and increased costs. Additionally, in a time where companies are expected to align with ESG and SDG values, failing to integrate ethical and sustainable HR practices harms corporate reputation. Now, AI-powered solutions such as generative AI tools for personalized training and predictive analytics for attrition can help mitigate these impacts. These tools offer scalable, fair, and engaging solutions for both employees and organizations. Next. We are now talking about recommendations. Here are my strategy recommendations to improve retention and talent sustainability. In the short term, organizations should begin by training HR professionals on the ethical and effective use of AI and generative AI. For example, simple tools like AI chatbots for onboarding or sentiment analysis can be implemented to gather real-time feedback. Now, next, in the medium term, companies should focus on integrating predictive analytics into HR decision making. This will allow organizations to forecast who might leave and intervene with support, recognition, or development opportunities. In addition, building a strong employee value proposition that align with ESG and personalization principles is key. In the long term, the goal should be to implement a generative AI-powered talent management framework. This model centralizes AI in recruitment, onboarding, learning, and engagement. It enables adaptive real-time strategies based on employee behavior and feedback. This framework should be embedded in the broader digital HR strategy to align talent practices with organizational goals. In conclusion, AI and generative AI offer powerful tools to address modern HR challenges, but only if used strategically and ethically. Organizations must act now. First, they should begin pilot programs using generative AI to personalize learning and engagement. Second, HR departments must be trained in AI literacy and data ethics. Third, companies should use predictive analytics to identify and support at-risk employees. By applying the generative AI-powered talent management framework and aligning with sustainability goals, organizations can create a resilient and adaptive workforce. This is no longer optional. It is essential for human sustainability in the digital era. Thank you for listening.